Hi all. I wanted to just jump on and chat about, well, mainly the main thing I'm coming on here to chat about is I was doing an interview with a friend. We were discussing some things, and I just really wanted to, because we discussed it on this interview, discuss that little voice that talks to us, that little critique voice, that imposter, that one that is keeping you small and telling you not to do things. And it's been coming up quite recently. A lovely lady I know put a post about it, the lovely Mandy Reid, and also I've had people contacting me about this. So I'm going to go into it. This little voice, this little niggling voice, and I'm even going to go here. These videos that I make. So when I make these videos, and have to obviously look at them for editing, and what I'll see is double chin, looks fat, hair's not sitting right, this and that and this and that, and you can't share that. Who is this voice? Now, this voice is a part of our mind, our subconscious mind, the survival mode and mechanism that's trying to keep us safe, trying to keep us small, not wanting us to do anything out of the pack, anything out of the ordinary, trying to keep us condensed, small, don't take risks, don't be ostracized from the pack, don't put yourself out there. This nasty little voice. And it's actually been coming up quite a bit recently, so I'm going to be vulnerable and share that. I have that. Nobody's perfect. I would say most people have this version of this voice, the inner saboteur. And what I would say is, I will not bow to that voice. I will not listen. I may hear what it's saying, but I will not take that on board. And I made a real conscious effort. I do make a conscious effort not to. I mean, there's already enough people out there, some people that want to trail others down or make comments, but like the worst critique I think that most people know is ourselves, is our own minds. So what I would say is I get that like everybody else, and I make just a conscious effort to, I wouldn't say live in spite of this voice, but I would definitely say they're not being recognized and they're not being taken on board this journey of life, my life that I choose for myself. I'm in control. And there's too many people that think that they have to listen to this voice, that they have to acknowledge it, and they have that emotional sting when they take that on board, and it's about this self-doubt. There is things you can do. If you want to see a therapist, hypnotherapist, whoever, that's up to you. Or if you want to work on that yourself. But listen to another amazing lady, Vivian McKinnon, and she is a very inspirational lady. She's been through lots of childhood trauma, and she was sharing her story. She did a presentation, and I listened to the story, and it says to her, because obviously she's come on leaps and bounds, and she's a speaker, and she's a hypnotherapist amongst other things, really fantastic inspirational lady. And I said to her, I remember asking her, so that voice that tells us not to do things and all of this, what do you do about that voice? And she said she literally, if I remember correctly, she counteracts that. So what if it says, whatever it may be, so she will, whatever it says, she will, like, I'll give you an example, you're not good enough, and she'll come back with, I am good enough, or something like, I'm getting better each and every day. Whatever she needs to do to counteract that. So, and even an exercise I think that she mentioned was, see all the, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I have nothing important to say, I'm not good enough, all of these things that you can literally counteract those with writing a list of, I'm a good person, I'm a good parent, I'm kind to animals, I'm a loyal friend. And every time that voice comes at you with something, you have something to counteract that. Because I've actually heard it quite a bit. There's been people coming to me and say, for example, they want to, not coming to me, but speaking to me and saying, they want to get into, say, for example, a new relationship. And they don't feel like they can, because that voice, that little voice is saying all this stuff. They've been through lots of trauma. And what I'm saying is, happens to the best of us. It happens to me. and you cannot live your life dictated by the past and dictated by that voice. And even as we are here, standing here, I realise this is a green screen. I realise this is a green top. And that little voice is telling me, you're going to look silly, you're going to look stupid, because when you blend that in, when you edit that in, it's going to be on your top. And what I'm going to say is, I'm going to live in spite of that voice, or I'm going to live in, not even spite's maybe not the right word, but I'm going to live not under its rules. I carve my own rules and my own reality, and I'm not listening. And so we'll have a green screen with a blended out top, and that'll be okay. So listen, we all have that inner critique, we have that inner saboteur, but if you listen to the wonderful Vivian McKinnon and the tips that she gave, and also there's a brilliant post by wonderful, amazing Mandy Reid, check out the Wellness Hub. It is just magical, inspirational, and a real cave of like healing. So, you know, check Mandy out as well. She did a brilliant post about that in her critique. So I wanted to just jump on, because at the end of the day, and a bit like I spoke in this other interview I was on, I'm inspired by life. Things that people say inspire me. And I'm going to leave with a wonderful guy. His name is Donal O'Leary, and we had a wonderful chat the other day. And he was chatting about something, and he said, there is a resonance with authenticity. There is a resonance with authenticity. And I was like, wow, that would make a great video. So I just wanted to leave with that, and just use your inner guidance system, use your authenticity meter. We all have one, and you'll know who you're vibing with, and you know who you're not. And if you feel like a bit lonely, or you're moving away from friends, seek other friends, seek a different circle, seek better for yourself if you have evolved. You know, go out there, find a new hobby, a new interest, connect with like-minded people, because it will always lead you in the right direction.